Hey guys, Jackdaw here. Since EA Play 2020's events, I've been avidly wondering where this mysterious, heavily rumoured Mass Effect Remaster is, and when will we actually see an official reveal trailer. I know for a fact the majority of the BioWare community were at least expecting to see this title at EA Play, given that EA still have one HD title to release this year by their 4th fiscal quarter. However, EA Play has come and gone. It's already August and there is still not a peep on this trilogy remaster. While the remaster has been nothing but a rumour in the first place, there has been many recent teasers from BioWare themselves that do point to the existence of this remaster and potentially a release date. So without further ado, let's get into it. As I said, EA still have one more HD title to release according to their conference call in May. By the end of 2020 Q4, we will see one more EA HD title, 4 EA partner titles, and 2 mobile games still unannounced. For the uninitiated, the terms EA HD title simply refer to a remaster of an EA game. At EA Play, 3 of the 4 EA partner titles were announced, and they were It Takes Two, Lost in Random, and Rocket Arena. While I don't really recall any mobile game announcements, not that I was actually looking out for any of those, this enigmatic HD title was missing from the entire show. The only presence BioWare had at EA Play was the next Dragon Age game's early in-game footage reveal, which I'm still super pumped about because we've now actually seen next-gen in-game shots of this game. And Saria and myself broke that all down regarding next Dragon Age game if you're interested in a tinfoily analysis video on all of that. Of course, you can always rely on the two of us to delve into a BioWare breakdown that stems to about 10 minutes on 12 seconds of footage. Regardless, this EA HD title is still out there, unannounced, lurking in EA's secret cupboard with an expected launch date of late 2020 to early 2021. Is this HD title really the rumoured Mass Effect Trilogy Remaster, you ask? While reporters at VentureBeat went on to officially state that this title was indeed the Mass Effect Trilogy Remaster, we've got a lot more than some VentureBeat reporters' word to go on. In fact, we've barely stoked the flames when it comes to this rumoured Mass Effect Trilogy Remaster. In May, BioWare hired their previous global brand manager, Hilary Hesket, who joined the company once more. She was particularly involved in Mass Effect Andromeda, Anthem, and Dragon Age Inquisition's marketing stages. The majority of her work at EA involved representing BioWare as a brand online, creating trailers, key art, screenshots, packaging, and advertisements. We've got to ask ourselves, with BioWare currently at least 2 to 3 years away from releasing Anthem 2.0 and the next Dragon Age game, what else could BioWare begin to market? Why would BioWare need a marketer in 2020 at this current point of development for both their future franchises? Well guys, perhaps Hilary Hesket is going to be marketing the Mass Effect Trilogy Remaster. I certainly think so. Moving on, before the current world situation cancelled E3 2020 outright, we knew that Mike Gamble had plans to actually make a physical appearance at E3/EA Play. Mike Gamble is currently the project director for an unknown project at BioWare Edmonton, which is either the Mass Effect Remaster or the next Mass Effect title that is currently in very early pre-production stages. Perhaps Mike Gamble is in charge of both, given BioWare's size at the moment. For all we know, the Mass Effect team at Edmonton could have been working on this Mass Effect remaster while they revitalise the Mass Effect franchise going forward. While Mike's announcement still hasn't happened, one must ponder what exactly would the Mass Effect project lead actually announce at an event like E3/EA Play. I mean, let's face it, I highly doubt Mike Gamble was teasing a reveal for the next Mass Effect game, which has barely begun development at the current moment in time, and it most certainly won't release until at least Anthem 2.0 and Dragon Age 4 have shipped. So, what did Mike Gamble have planned, and surely those plans are still going to be active at BioWare? Well, perhaps Mike back in 2019 was hinting at revealing the heavily rumoured Mass Effect Remaster, and with the current outbreak shaking things up, they've moved the announcement date of this remaster. Perhaps this is the reason why we haven't seen this remaster just yet, because BioWare would rather reveal this remaster on a more suited date, like perhaps N7 Day 2020. It would certainly be the perfect day to announce any upcoming trilogy remasters. So, will we be seeing this trilogy remaster reveal on N7 Day? I don't know if BioWare would just shadow drop the game on the same day of its announcement, or if they would release a trailer then begin marketing stages for launching the game at a later date. While I would love to have the Mass Effect Trilogy Remaster shadow dropped on N7 Day this year, we do have more reasons to believe this game will launch early 2021, as recent teasers are indicating that sort of release date. Just last week, we had many Mass Effect Trilogy related announcements paving the way for this remaster, proving that something is going on with the original Mass Effect Trilogy. A new BioWare gear store opened up on July 20th after the closure of the previous BioWare merch store in 2018. This new store features over a dozen Mass Effect merchandise. However, you'll note there's actually no Andromeda merch. It's all just trilogy related, which is kind of odd given that Andromeda was the last Mass Effect title to launch. And even given its reception, you'd expect there to be some Andromeda merchandise, right? All we can say is BioWare are certainly acknowledging the trilogy more than Andromeda. And even more strangely, there's more Anthem merchandise than there is Dragon Age merchandise. So I guess this BioWare gear store is approaching these games with their anticipated release date in mind. Something Mass Effect coming out, then Anthem 2.0, then the next Dragon Age game. I think we can certainly say that this shop is helmed at hyping up a certain franchise one at a time with its appropriate merchandise. And at the moment, Mass Effect Trilogy merchandise is at the front and center of this store listings, which speaks for itself. BioWare are getting ready to sell a bunch of N7 shirts and other trilogy related merchandise, surely for this remaster's launch. The next trilogy tease regards a new listing on Amazon, as Mass Effect The Complete Comics is releasing on November 3rd, 2020, literally 4 days before N7 Day. The book collects Mass Effect Redemption, Mass Effect Evolution, Mass Effect Invasion, Mass Effect Homeworlds, Mass Effect Foundation, and Mass Effect Discovery. The first 5 comic books all relate to the Mass Effect trilogy, with spin-off stories regarding our favourite characters, while Mass Effect Discovery is the only Andromeda-related comic that tells the tale of the subjectively best character in Andromeda, and that is Tyrion Kandros. These comics will surely draw us all back into the trilogy's subplots and characters, hopefully setting the scene for the remaster's announcement on N7 Day, which would be 4 days later. And last but certainly not least, BioWare are releasing a new, never-before-seen art book of the Mass Effect trilogy, which is releasing February 23rd, 2021. Expanded with never-before-seen works of art, this new edition delves deeper than ever into the sci-fi saga that changed video games forever. It contains extensive new material from the DLCs for all 3 games, including the award-winning Lair of the Shadow Broker from Mass Effect 2, and the fan-favourite Citadel from Mass Effect 3. As an OG fanboy of the original trilogy, of course Mass Effect 2 is my favourite game of all time, this is incredibly exciting to see, and my pre-order is already set for this art book. I believe that the timely release of this art book is a huge indicator towards the release date of this remaster. The art book ships March 23rd, 2021. Perhaps the remaster is arriving around this date, so that would mean that on N7 Day we may get an announcement reveal trailer with the release date around March at the very latest. And something else I want to touch upon is, as an avid participant of N7 Day, without a doubt something is definitely going down this year. Since 2017, when Andromeda shipped, BioWare haven't really celebrated N7 Day like they used to. It hasn't been the same. But this year does feel different. With so much of BioWare's focus and marketing on the Mass Effect trilogy, it certainly seems like this rumoured remaster is no doubt happening and will be revealed on N7 Day. I mean, what else is this EA HD title gonna be? And why haven't we seen it just yet? What other franchises are EA holding back for a Q4 release? It's got to be this Mass Effect Trilogy Remaster. They've got the perfect day to announce it, with then a couple of months to do some marketing for it. It's got to be this Trilogy Remaster. And honestly, I am just super excited to return to the Milky Way with somewhat improved graphics, maybe even better combat for Mass Effect 1, some good old controller support on PC, and whatever else they decide to change. I wouldn't mind having the Mass Effect 3 multiplayer in this remaster, considering the servers are still up. I absolutely adored the multiplayer mode of that game. It literally was my teenhood. It was amazing for me. So playing that again, and if they wanted to add more DLCs, that would too be amazing. But honestly, just the game with improved combat and graphics is all I really need at the current moment. Regardless, tell me all of your thoughts down below. What do you think about this EA HD title? Is it the Mass Effect Trilogy Remaster or another franchise that somehow is going to release by March 2021? Are you excited for N7 Day? Do tell me all your thoughts down below. But for all your things Dragon Age and Mass Effect, you're already in the right place. Be sure to like me on Facebook, follow me on Instagram and Twitter. But until the next one, I've been Jackdaw, and I should go. Whoa, whoa.